G'day everyone, David Bayliss here, 12 volt guru with BMPRO, and today I'm going to check out this new boutique van. Now we've got some new ambassadors on the road, looking forward to introducing them to you later, but in a minute I'm going to catch up with Lochie, who's our top technician, who's going to help me walk through some of this setup. This system's got absolutely everything from solar panels, batteries, chargers, inverters, DC, it's got the whole lot. Let's check it out. As I told you, I thought we'd bump into Lochie, so he's going to run us through some of the technical nature of the product which we've got going here. This BMPRO system, now this is a fully integrated system. What have we got going on in here, Lochie?
Oh, look, we've got 80 amps of DC and MPPT solar. Depending how they've configured it or what's available, it'll choose through the sources. We've got 100 amps of AC to DC charging and a 3000 watt inverter. It all comes together into a system and it's monitored all through our X-Shunt 500 down the bottom here, and all of the distribution and control is within the van.
Now tell me about the shunt. A lot of people don't really understand why you need a shunt in a system. Can you explain it to me in layman's terms?
So the shunt is basically a measuring device, right? Everything that goes into the batteries or comes out of the batteries, it goes through that. Yep. It watches it, it tells the system what's happening. It is the brain of the system.
So when it's got that information, it can then tell it needs more charging, doesn't need more charging. I can use this power over here, etc.
Your state of charge, all of those sorts of things are all monitored through that shunt.
Yeah, so it's absolutely critical, isn't it, to have a shunt, because otherwise inside in your display, you're not really going to know what's going on.
Especially in these high power systems where there's multiple components working together to deliver that charge and deliver that power.
Now, Lochie, with these DCs up there, so they're for alternators and for solar?
Yes,
yep.
Correct. Yep, and it can switch between the two.
Right.
So you can have both for solar, both for DC, or one for each if you wanted to.
Yeah, and will it detect that itself?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, right. Yep. So if I didn't want to run two, can I just run the one of them?
You can just run one, you can run two, you can put three in if you want.
Right, awesome. Yeah, just keep powering it up. Get off grid for as long as you want, guys. Now, tell us about the inverter charger here. So what's the function of that?
So it is what it's called, right? It's an inverter and a charger. So we've got a 3000 watt pure sine wave inverter and we've got a 100 amp AC to DC charger. It can be toned down. Yep. So it can be a 20 amp charger if you had a smaller system. It can be toned through in different increments to be able to deliver right up to that 100 amps of charge. And it'll work parallel back with our Pro Boost chargers like we were just talking about before there. Yeah. And when I say parallel, I mean they will work together. You will get 40 amps from your Pro Boost 40, 100 amps from your Power Core charger. Everything will come together and total out to the total figure. Okay,
and I see this has got a display cable in it, so is there another display inside?
Yeah, so there's a remote control inside. You can monitor what it's doing, what function it's operating in, and turn it on and off remotely from inside the van.
Just a quick little tech tip that we gave to our ambassadors before about making sure you've got some small little bits and pieces in case you need repairs out on the road. Now, Lochie, we're giving them a little bit of a tip about fuses. What do you recommend they take with them?
Yeah, so we could see this fuse box here and we just sort of open it up just like this and we just thought, oh, okay, right, so there's quite a variety of MIDI fuses in there. We haven't quite mapped out exactly what they're fusing in this van because it's such an intricate, big size van with lots of stuff going on, but we really recommended, hey, you should probably just have a bit of a variety, a bit of an assortment going on in there, just so in a worst case scenario you've got a backup and you're not stuck without power.
Yeah, so have a bit of a look around on your system, see what fuses you may need. I can see by this system they've got MIDI fuses across a range of different amperages. They've got a blade fuse in here, which is actually quite a small blade fuse from an amperage perspective, so make sure you get the right one there. Then even up the top there, they've also got some normal automotive blade fuses. So just make sure you got a little bit of a kit there. It'll keep them handy for when you may need them. So Lochie, a lot of people are new to this. I mean, inverters have been around for a long time, especially in the outdoor, say the sailing and the off-grid section, everything else like that. But for an RVer, inverting power is quite new. What does that mean to an RVer?
So basically the 12 volt batteries that come in your van, it's converting that 12 volt power to the 240 volt power to power those luxury items that you would have at home normally. So things like your coffee machine, your air conditioner, the world is your oyster. You can bring everything from home out and take it off grid and power it from the batteries in the van.
As long as you've got enough batteries to keep going.
Correct.
And solar panels to keep it getting charged.
You've got to still charge the batteries. Whatever you take out, you've got to be able to put back in.
Yeah, and that is a good point. You really do need to be able to map your loads out there and what you actually are going to use this power for, because a lot of people say, can I run my air conditioner overnight? Yeah, sure, but you're going to need 10 kilowatt hours of batteries in there or something similar along those sort of size, depends upon how big your air conditioner is. You want to run your microwave or your induction stove every night? Induction stove is one of the absolute killers of power. It'll suck it out really, really fast.
So when we're talking inverters and mapping that power out, you really just need to think about what are you wanting to run, how long are you wanting to run it for, and how frequently are you wanting to use it. Are you going to use your aircon for 12 hours? Are you going to use your aircon for 3 days? that's going to change things significantly as far as your power requirements.
So that's your power going out, and obviously we've got to think about our power going in as well, because vans like these have got quite a lot of solar panels up there, which is great when they're staying in the one spot at the one time. But also when they're driving, they can also charge from the alternator on the car, can't they?
Correct. So you can parallel charge. So you can be gaining that solar off the roof, the power from the auxiliary on the vehicle. And then if you pull up at a camp, if you need to chase some more sun, you can put out a blanket and chase it around as well.
All right, so there you have it. That's what we've got with our BMPRO system in this new boutique van. Really excited about following our new ambassadors. You're going to have to check them out. Check out the handle below. Follow them on their adventures for the next year or so. Got a full family on the road. But what we've forgotten, let's check out inside as to what they've got to monitor this thing.
Sounds good. Let's go.
All right.